Islam. Can you hear me good? Islam.
Yeah.
Happy Holy Venus degree, peace and love. Another impromptu improv. I am Brother Hasan Bey here at Northwest of Mexham at Morocco. And I'm here with my magnificent bros. He is.
Namaste, namaste, namaste. Islam, Islam, Islam. I am Brother Hasan Ghaziel Bey here in Morocco at Northwest of Mexham. How are you? Happy Holy Venus degree to you all. Let's get it. I'm about to share this out real quick, bro.
Islam.
Islam.
We're going over what taxation per Q today.
Yeah, in the spirit of it, yeah. Just anybody meeting challenges out there, you know, I see. We're gonna talk about it, but go ahead, bro. Do your intro, bro. Do your intro.
Yeah, Islam, bro. You already know it's gonna be another good one. Maybe short, may get extended. I don't know. You know how we just be going with the flow, with the vibe, right? So, yeah, it's about to be 4 p.m. Pacific. So, I don't know if I'm gonna go over anything today. I was actually looking for something in Title 49 I was looking at earlier today that had me kind of turned up. I was reading about the VIN numbers, and I'm like,
share that too. We can share that too,
So I was just like scanning like a madman right now through the subtitles and titles while you were preparing to go live, and I wasn't able to find it, but I know for a fact that I read that the VIN numbers were basically created to stop theft. It was for theft prevention, and it's for passenger motor vehicles. So I found that interesting.
Look at that. It's like we're getting more and more into, like the title says, Impromptu Improv. How long have you been an agent? Right. That's a really good, I think that's a great question. How long have you been an agent? You know what I mean? And I think we can, you know, we'll briefly touch on why we're saying you with plausibility, right? Because quotations also denote plausibility, which means right? Join us and enjoy ye studies, right? So sending this out to the jurisprudence gym, of course, right? And let them know peace be unto ye, right? So that's kind of what we're going on today, bros, right? Like I just put together like an 11-page PDF. Ben had it together. I actually carry it on me. Here it is. You know, usually I say I take a trip to, you know, what they call the United States Postal Service, right? And this right here, I'm going to actually bring it up because I scanned it back into my computer, made a PDF of it. It's available upon request. However, I wanted to make sure too, you guys know, when you come to me and Brother Aura for concept correction or civics awareness, we already do a lot of pro bono work every Sunday, Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays. So when you come into the civics concept correction, be prepared to donate and donate respectfully. Don't give us measly anything, especially if we produce you a video. You know, we produce you some things, you guys get more than just that video. 9 times out of 10, you get more than just a freaking video and some audio. All righty, so make sure you don't, you know, be on some, I get you on the back end type stuff. You know what I mean? Because what the work that we do is worth more than what an attorney gets to be put on retainer. So you guys need to start respecting that. You know what I mean? Because then I'll be like, no wonder these certain different Moors be like, you know, cut me this amount before anything, because I'm really starting to see a lot of you guys really don't, you don't really do anything unless you know, you're motivated first and foremost by us. Let's just keep it a bang. 7 Hill Star is very inspiring. We've held out so many people's platforms over the years, helped them to really grow with the way that we promote in our word of mouth. So like from RV Bay Publications to House of Reawakening Minds to Lawful Living, right? Shout out to Dr. Naila, Mother Roz, and Mother Malika. However, we know that 7 Hill Star, once we say something, you guys start scrambling like a motherfucker trying to get your hands on it. Like, come on. So respect that, right? Like, seriously. Oh, brother, we just want to, okay, you want to get this concept correction, we got it, because we already know that not too many people can critically think like us. Too many of y'all still kind of coming out the Negro black coloredness. And you know, we're not like some of your popular Moors out there on Instagram and stuff. We don't cater to the Negro black coloreds. I mean, correct me if I'm wrong, Brother R. Do we cater to those that are still trying to be cool with the black people and oh, well, you got to still relate to our people. Black people aren't our people. Now, if I'm loud and wrong, bro, I'm open for correction.
No clinging to the principles that delude to slavery. That's how I feel about it. So I was taught, you know, coming into the movement, you don't bring that thinking into the movement, you know what I mean? You leave that at the door.
Yeah, I definitely don't have time for the Negro black colored games at all. Nor do I sympathize for anyone that associates with Negro black colored, because that's not a part of the human family. It's not a part of what sentient beings actually do in honoring their ancient foremothers and forefathers. Slavery ended in 1865. Why are you still calling yourselves Negro black colored? African American came out in the 80s with, you know, that dude who set up the dude that set Martin Luther King up to be killed, Jesse Jackson, right? That came out with him. You know what I mean? Like, come on, man. You know what I mean? So you guys need to get over your sensitivities, get over being upset because Brother Hasan and the other Moors don't get down with black people. Why? Why? We don't want to get down. We're uplifting fallen humanity. You know, so no. I'm not like certain Moors that still want to, you know, well, those are our people and we got to meet them where they are. They're the mothers and fathers of civilization that forgot. You're being taught and reminded. Get over yourselves. All righty. Stop being offended when we tell you guys the fucking truth. Stop getting offended when we say fucking truth or shit or damn it. What the fuck? Stop getting this out. Stop being so sensitive. Brother, I think you would reach a wider audience if you said things like this. It's after midnight. And you guys are sitting here clearly still bitching and moaning about how soft you want the truth to come to you. The truth is stern. It don't change nor pass away. And most of you beings can't beat us here. You can't even beat us in our thinking. So it would behoove you just to be respectful, continue to, most of your elders don't even comprehend what we know. So we are technically like the ones that share information even to those that's been teaching for some years. That's what y'all don't get. I know, go ahead, man. I say this type stuff so you guys can go run tell that. I really do. Ooh, see what I've done? They so arrogant. He's so full of himself. And then he's gonna be like, no, he's absolutely correct. Because we didn't know it like that. We only knew this angle of it. No, we weren't really sharing with you guys that you're not a federal agent. See, I'm not compromised. I'm not a Mason in secret. I'm openly a Mason. And what I mean by that is I'm mother's son. I'm a freeborn master Mason at Eastern Star, and I don't need to be made over again in anyone's lodge. No oath of death need to be taken. Hope you guys are clear on that. I don't need to do any of that shit. I hope we're clear. Are we clear? Like, seriously, I keep a fez on, you know what I mean? There's no brim on my fez. Make sure you see how me and my brothers actually are. We don't fuck around. All righty. We don't fuck around. Just want to make sure you guys are clear on that. So with that being said, let me make sure this is all going out where I need it to go, man. And we can get started. Brother R is going to start out with the invocation in time, the Moorish American prayer. I'm just thinking about, like, is there any other place I can share this? I think let's do Telegram one good time, right? Go there, right? And let's see how these people feel about it, right? And go. Is that it? All right, you got that there. Then I'm gonna share out on Facebook too, bro. Let me just grab that real quick. So, Brother R, is there anything that you can think of as far as your experience with sending mail via Taxation per Q?
Yeah, I had a really good story about that, actually. I was thinking about calling somebody I know just so they could give the testimony, so I don't even have to say it. But I haven't talked to him in a while. I don't know if he's going to answer. But he'll tell you he was behind them walls and he received my correspondence. And he said, I kind of don't want to say it because I kind of want him to say it, right? But I'll just let it be known. He said that this was the first time ever. He was down for some years. This was the first time that he received correspondence, and they opened it because they got to open it to check it. They open it in front of him, or they allowed him to open it in front of him. They usually give him his mail; it's already open, like they already searched it. This was the first time he received something from me, and or from anyone, for that matter, right? And they actually allowed him to open it in front of him. Didn't you know what I mean? They didn't hassle him or nothing like that. And I think it's just because of the enforcement of the law on the front of that, just letting them know that you're ready to enforce that mail tampering. I think that made them think twice.
Well, yeah, and that's the thing too, and that's why I want to kind of go over a few things. Like when I do tax percute, it's a few things when I execute it. There's a canvas that I have pertaining to my mind, and again, here we go, sharing with you guys the beauty pertaining to our thinking that you really don't get unless we share it. We already get it. You guys really don't get it unless we share it. Oh, he's so arrogant. Get over yourself. I'm telling you the fucking truth. Get over yourself. It's helping you out. You know how to actually utilize it. However, this is why we don't impart this wisdom to the ignorant. We're only speaking to those that you say you're Moorish American. You say you really want to study. Cool. Then I'm talking to those that say they want it. When the student is ready, the teacher appears. So when I was ready to study and be a student for real, the teacher within myself appeared. Even though that teacher within was calling upon assistance from watching others and listening to others and reading others' books, just so that I can go back and analyze it for myself. All righty? That's exactly how it goes. You know what I mean? So with that being said, I'm looking at this thing like, let's just share this how we always do, because we already know the things that I and my bros share just within these last couple of months. Most people aren't going to be able to comprehend it till like 2025, 2026. Because there's videos from 2-3 years ago that people are resharing on Facebook. Now.
Yeah.
You guys can just go and check how many videos we got uploaded in just a couple of years. You know what I mean? You think we're showing off? You think we're paid off of it? You're crazy. When it comes to this civics, let alone the astrology, I'm telling you guys, we're worth more than what your package sellers ask you to get a package for. All right, we're way beyond that, way beyond. And we don't go back to slavery. We don't be like, oh, well, let's go back into slavery, because we can't, get it. See if you can call that brother that you said was behind them walls that received that.
Oh yeah, he calling me right now. Hold on.
Islam,
bro. Islam, well, I know I ain't talked to you in a minute. Look, check it out. I'm actually live right now, bro, on YouTube with one of my Moorish brothers, and the topic is the taxate per Q mailing. And I said I got an interesting story, but I kind of wanted you to tell the story real quick of when you received my correspondence with the taxate per Q. You remember that? Can y'all hear him?
Hold on, I can't really hear him too much. You might have to bring him closer to wherever the mic is, bro.
Yeah, I'm trying to make sure they can hear you on here, bro.
Nah, it's spotty.
Yo, hey, look, we don't have to do it today. We'll probably do it another day or whatever. But if you want, you can hop into Zoom, bro.
Yeah, do we got Zoom? Yeah, we can bring them in.
If you got Zoom, I'll shoot you the link, bro. Okay, I'm gonna send it. Yeah, unless you're busy right now and ain't no pressure.
Yeah, but if he can, tell him we only need him to just tell his experience and he can dip.
Okay. Okay. Yeah, just hit me when you're not behind the wheel, bro. We'll make sure you're safe. Islam. 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 Peace and love. All right.
So whenever we can get bro on here, bro, that'd be great because then he can tell, like, yeah, man, while I was, you know, in a correctional facility that I didn't really consent to be corrected in,
of course.
I received the tax percu correspondence. And see, what you guys have to realize, if some of you execute tax percu, they'll use this P and C. It'll be like P, the ampersand, the letter C. PNC Weekly, which is like a weekly reader that's internal to those postal employees. And so what they'll try to do is they'll try to scare you to say why you have to pay for postage when they're federally funded already. And I'm going to show you a few things, alrighty, that again, I made a PDF, right? To show you guys what it is. However, without further ado, let me say peaceful greetings to you all. Let me send this and say happy holy degree and shout out to everybody that's already in the chat. I appreciate you guys. You know, I love you all. You are very sincere and coming to kick it with us. And those of you that just really watch and troll us, and then you try to go, oh, since because it's a few of them too. It's a few beings that just watch us. They won't say anything. They won't support us or anything. But what they're doing is they're learning from us, and then they're going to try to go to their circles and act like they know something. You know what I mean? And a lot of your little popular, famous Moors and stuff on on whatever other social media platforms, that's what they're doing. Because they've probably been offended by some things that's come out of my mouth. However, 9 times out of 10, I probably reached out to them last year. It was like, look, yo, this is the wave that, you know, I mean, I'm about to jump on, yo. We want you to be a part of this. And all of your popular Moors denied us. Just want to make sure you guys know that. So any popular Moor you can think of, like, oh, this brother be popping on Instagram and this, they denied us. They really did. You see what I'm saying? So that's why I'm just like, you know what I mean? So I'm just letting you guys know what it really is, right? So let me actually shout out everybody in the chat. Give me 2 seconds and say happy holy Venus degree, and then we're gonna get started, y'all. You know what I mean? So you guys will really know what the deal is, right? All right, so let me go back to the top here. Antonio Bay. Hold on, let me make sure I got everybody. Antonio Bay, what you say, bro? I ain't even cut your wisdom.
Yeah, I was just gonna say, that's brother Sincere. So I'm gonna see if I could get him in here. I'm gonna send him the link, bro. So he can. He says he's traveling home, and then he said when he gets home he'll slide in.
That's the bet. Antonio Bay says happy holy day, Moors. Sunshine L says Islam, right? With the claps, brother Dirk Blash Bay. Happy holy day, Islam. He says. Mother Sunshine says, I agree, can't be with the dead. She also says with 2 exclamation points. Mother Sahar L says, peaceful greetings to everyone. Happy holy day. Sunshine says, happy holy day. Mother Janelle Blash L says, Islam, our beloved mother in whom we are well pleased. Barbara Bay, as always, guys. I'm trying to tell you, if it, man, I'm trying to tell you that you know, there are giants whom shoulders we stand upon. I'll just say it like that. And I'm telling you, by her sharing very vital things with us that we're all able to really benefit from. You see what I'm saying? You know, I would just say that, yeah, she definitely shared with me the critical things that we need now to analyze all that we think we're learning from the what that's being shared. You know, a lot of Moors have been teaching, writing books, publishing. They've been giving us a lot of the what. Anybody disagree? They've been giving us the what. How many of them have been giving us the how, though? How to actually execute it effectively, right? And that's what you guys get when you see I and my brothers, you know what I mean, with, you know, the suggestion from our beloved elders. From our beloved elder, actually, to, you know, basically link up with lawful living. You know what I'm saying? Because the mindsets are similar, and we can share things for more. And we know, like we said, we already know there's going to be a lot of Moors out there whose pride is not going to allow them to really be like, dang, yo, yeah, I thought I knew what I was talking about, but I'm still charging people this, and that, and it's not working out for them because they don't know how to execute because we don't know the how ourselves. However, we do. And we're doing the how, and we're seeing how people are pent on certain things. Even before linking on with lawful living, you guys already know there's a memorandum that I put together in 2015, and it's been helping people with so-called sprint bills and things like that. It's been helping beings with getting rid of student loans, things like that. You know what I mean? Just that's just how it's been. That's what it is. All right. So yeah, shout out to Mother Barbara Bey. She says Islam. Terrell Jones Bey. And we receive it sincerely. Islam indeed, brother. Mother Barbara sends love. Some Herman says Islam. Mother Barbara says, yes, they are, with love, with lots of love, and says, wow, exactly. Brother Terrell Jones Bey says, is there a Cash App to support y'all, brothers? I will put that right now, Brother Terrell. It is the Cash App is the caduceus symbol, OurAstrologyStreet, right? Boom, there it is right there, right? And because guys, like I said, at the end of the day, we could have kept things to ourselves, you know what I'm saying, and been like, all right, so this is what we're gonna do. We're gonna try to get everybody in our pocket a certain way and things of that nature. We didn't do that to you guys. You know what I mean? We were the last presentation for House of Reawakening Minds, office hours with Dr. G on the 27th December 2022. And now Lawful Living has been packed full to 100 participants on Malika's Zoom ever since then. People can hardly get in at the beginning of class. All righty, so you're welcome. Because a lot of other beings out here that claim they know, oh, status correction, authenticate the birth certificate. You guys have been running in circles, and Seven Hill Star is the only one that's been making sure you guys aren't fucked out of your finances. You see what I'm saying? For real. And we know it's worth more than what the package sellers have actually told you, because you guys are getting exactly what it is that you need, which a lot of people feel like, including myself, that this is how I should have been from the jump when we was learning from whatever. But it's only been by this book, participate by transacting the hear or be a part of this lecture. Books and lectures. Never any this is how you do it. If there has been, please, I'm open for correction. All righty, I really am. I am so open for correction. Big Green says much love and appreciation to you all. Gratitude. Mother Barbara sends so much love. We love you, Mother Barbara. We really do. All righty. So with that being said, guys, let's get started. All right. Let's do the invocation in. Brother R. Muaba Bey is going to do it. You guys already know you want to stay on the 45. You're going to have 5 appendages on your left hand extended, just the 2 index and middle extended on the right. Let me actually do the share screen here and bring up the PDF where I compiled the documents that we go over in the beginning. Mother Sahar L says, so true, right? Let me go here. Boom, there it goes, right? And I get it, guys. Any of you out there that thinks Brother Hasan is arrogant and we think we're know-it-alls and anything like that, I always give credit to where I get it from. There's just been sincere elders that have seen things in me, and I see these things not only in myself, but in my brothers, and then we run with what it is that we do. We don't go out here and fuck you guys with this shit. We didn't take Clock of Destiny stuff and then try to, work with Albions across the seas and stuff. That's not what we do. When Albions do get it, and they sincerely want to, cool. We have no problem with making sure, you guys are enjoying your studies and doing all that because you're more subjects. All right, we're getting back in harmony with nature, so don't be offended by the things that I say, all right? All right, so we're standing on the 45 facing east, which is symbolic metaphysically to going within, all righty? And we're going to repeat after Brother R. Muaba Bey. Here is the Moorish American prayer, our invocation in, termed the Moorish American prayer. And I yield the floor to you, Brother R. Islam.
Islam, repeat after me.
Islam.
Allah, the Father of the universe.
Allah, the Father of the universe.
Father of love.
Father of love.
Truth.
Truth.
Peace.
Peace.
Freedom.
Freedom.
And justice.
And justice.
Allah is my protector.
Allah is my protector.
My guide.
My guide.
And my salvation.
And my salvation.
by night,
by night,
by day.
and by day.
His holy prophet,
It was Holy Prophet,
noble Drew Ali.
Noble Drew Ali.
Amen.
Amen. All righty, guys, let me get into the first letter to be read in every meeting, and then Brother R will get into the second one. First letter to be read in every meeting. We're here in the Moorish Holy Temple of Science Administrative Functions, and actually what we just read from there also is the Moorish Holy Temple of Science Administrative Functions, as you can see at the top there, right? All right, so we're going into the first letter to be read in every meeting on pages 84 and 85, all right? So the following, it is a letter written by Prophet Noble Drew Ali on the 18th day of January 1928, Anno Domini. He commanded that it be read before every meeting. So on page 85, Moorish Science Temple of America, Home Office, 3603 Indiana Avenue, Noble Drew Ali, founder, Chicago, Illinois, January 18th, 1929. All righty. And that ILL for Illinois is Illinois State Republic. You notice the state ofs have 2 capital letters only. So that's how you can tell the difference. The state ofs are 2 capital letters. However, when you see just 1 initial capital letter, even though Moors don't abbreviate, all righty, that's a practice that Moors need to stop doing. Stop abbreviating. Just saying respectfully. However, this particular abbreviation here is letting you know we're dealing with Illinois State Republic. All righty, the Republic is being called upon, and that's for the Albion sons and daughters to respect their ancient foremothers and forefathers, especially at that time, Prophet Noble Drew Ali, to respect him. To be proclaimed in every meeting. Dear brother Islam, I am glad to know that I have few faithful Moors among you all, and I desire for them to know the truth and the divine truth. There is a host of jealousy, quote unquote, about me and the movement now by the same people of our side of the nation that claim it was only a joke and unreal. But now, since they have found out from the government officials, from the government officials, and the nations of the earth, that this is the only sole foundation that all Asiatics must depend upon for their earthly salvation as an American citizen, not a United States citizen, not a US citizen, as an American citizen. Talking Continental Congress here, not United States Congress, Continental Congress, right? 8 praetors before George Washington, right? 8 presidents for the Continental Congress before George Washington. Let's never forget that. They are working every scheme that they can to disqualify me so they themselves may take charge of the situation. I have notified all these things to you long ago in the past. It is through the faithful Moors that contribute to the movement and uplifting funds. The ones that pay their divine respect to me and the movement will be remembered. That is why I'm calling upon all faithful Moors to increase their faithfulness to me, your prophet, and your divine Moorish movement. I need finance and I need it bad. Never before have I needed finances badly as I do at present, that I may shove aside the discord that is facing the mothers, because nations come from women's wombs. So let's just call it what it is. That is facing the nation. It all comes through jealousy because of my, quote, fame and nobility, end quote, period. The nations of the world will not recognize the movement without me, the prophet, being the head. It has been proven by my work in which I have performed in the last few months, because I was at the governor's inauguration. That's Lewis Lincoln Emerson. That's who the governor was at that time, coming from being the Secretary of State. All righty. To represent the Moorish Divine and National Movement, and I will be at the inauguration of President Hoover for the same cause. Noble Drew Ali. Second letter to be read in every meeting is coming from the Moorish literature, excerpts from the Moorish Guide newspaper. And again, see Prophet Noble Drew Ali standing due guard handsomely in his abba and Moorish Sharif Fez, right? And Brother R is reading here, and I yield to you, bro. Islam.
Islam, bro. Divine warning by the Prophet Noble Drew Ali. Prophet warns all Muslim governors ordered to read proclamation at each meeting. I hereby inform all members that they must end all radical agitating speeches while at work in their homes or on the streets. We are for peace and not destruction. Stop flashing your cards at Europeans. It causes confusion. Remember, your card is for your salvation. Failure to obey these orders will be of severe consequence. We are for love, truth, peace, freedom, and justice. And when these principles are violated, justice must then take its course. Any member or group of members who hold malicious feelings toward the temple or the prophet, or violate the divine covenant of the Moorish movement, receive their reward from Allah for their unjust deeds. All true Moors will and must obey the law as laid down to them by their prophet. If they lose confidence in their prophet, they should turn in their card and button, cease wearing their turban and fez, and return to the state where I, the prophet, found you. This is a holy and divine movement, founded by Prophet Noble Drew Ali, and if the prophet is not right, temple is not right. The prophet, therefore, sending out the divine plea to all Moorish Americans that they do their part in protecting their prophet and the temple. This is an everlasting movement, founded by the prophet through the will of Allah to redeem his people from their sinful ways, by order of Prophet Noble Drew Ali. Islam.
Islam. Guys, let's get this started. Let's really go in right now. Look, man, I'm just gonna go right to it. I'm going right to the document. I'm going right to it, bro. Library. Boom. Right? Now, you guys can go on USPS.com yourself and look what is, let me just zoom in here. Where did I go? Okay, the International Mail Manual, right? 7, right? It's like part 7 or chapter 7, right? Section 740, subsection 742, right? So the treatment of inbound mail, 740, irregular mail, 742, stamps not affixed. Now, you guys know back in 2016, I think it was, if not later than that, I actually do, and maybe I'll just post again on my Facebook. Hasan Ghaziel Bey is on Facebook. That's what it is on Facebook. Literally my appellation, Hasan Ghaziel Bey. All right, 1 S, guys. Never forget. A lot of you guys be like typing Hasan with 2 S's, and I get it. I think your corrective type does it. However, there's only 1 S in Hasan as far as I am concerned. Hasan Ghaziel Bey. All righty. So here we go. International Mail Manual. 7. 7. Treatment of inbound mail. 740 is irregular mail. 742, stamps not affixed. All right, do we do this in classic fashion like we always do, bro? You read and then I ad-lib.
Oh yeah, that's fine. You know, I actually pulled up, I have an old envelope here, Taxation per Q, that got returned. And I kept it. So it's interesting. So I actually have that to show as well. So you can see, so the people can see what they're trying to say. Why not to accept it or whatever. But yeah, Islam. So 742 stamps not affixed. 742.1 marking. Some items of foreign origin do not bear postage stamps, but instead are marked postage paid on postal service, DES, postus, right? Yeah. Service desk postus, taxe per Q, or TP, or port pay, or PP, followed by postmark. The marking on Her Majesty's Service, or OHMS, is also sometimes used. Treat this mail as prepaid.
That is do you guys know what an imperative statement is? That's an imperative. It doesn't say you could treat this as, it doesn't, no, it's treat this mail as prepaid.
Period.
Right? Period. Not no, oh, well, since it's coming from the state of Maryland, it's considered domestic. Nobody told you to think with your dumb ass. Just because you work at the post office and you're a 1st to 5th degree Mason or Eastern Star doesn't mean shit. You don't know what the fuck you're talking about because you haven't read your own DMMs, let alone the IMM. DMM is domestic mail manual. IMM is clearly the International Mail Manual. And this is on their website. Are you fucking kidding me? Their website. What the fuck? Do you guys see what we're looking at here? I just want to maybe I need to go and find it on their website so you guys won't think I just like photoshopped or made this in fucking like a PDF editor or some shit. I'm gonna show you. I'm gonna go to the website. Let's continue. Go ahead, bro.
Yeah, well, we already know that the post office is a federal area. However, the actual parcel or correspondence that you're sending out is coming from you who are outside of that. So they're not supposed to be telling you, they cannot say that the sending location is in the state. Unless,
and you know why? Right there, 742.2, bro. Go ahead. Because this right here, this is why the whole fucking live we're doing now would be over right after you read this. However, we're not going to just have it over like that. We're going to go into some other things I want you guys to see. But go ahead, bro. Go right there.
742.2 parcels without postage stamps. Some foreign post offices.
Stop right there. What kind of post offices?
Foreign.
Now, how do we get our shipping supplies, Brother Aura? What do we do?
Order it.
Where do we order them from?
From the USPS website.
And how much do we have to exchange?
It just takes a little bit of time to fill out the order form, and then a little bit of time.
Right, because they're called what kind of shipping supplies?
Free.
Say it one more time.
Free shipping supplies.
One more again. I don't think they heard you in the back.
Yeah, it's free shipping supplies. Hold on.
Hold up, talk about. Which they're already federally funded. Which means how the fuck can they give you that shit if it wasn't already paid for? All right? So it is prepaid. Shipping supplies is free. Shipping supplies. Some dumbasses at the Postal Service, not all of them are dumbasses. Some of them that are the dumbasses will be like, yeah, well, the supplies is free, but you know how much postage costs? I don't work for you. And you know why I'm saying I don't work for you to any postal place? Because that's a federal agent.
No, for real.
And if you're not a federal, state, or municipal agent, and when you go to send that post, what they'll call mail, when you go to send that post from your post, because you're home, if you get these free shipping supplies, guess what? And you do this tax-a procure how I've shown it based off of my studies, you are the postmaster general of that mailing, or of that post, actually, getting sent from your post to someone else's post via the United States Postal Service, because they're your fucking servants. Can you imagine that they get offended when you call them United States Postal Servants? They get offended, but it's a service. You're a servant. Get over yourselves. And you don't know your own domestic mail manual or your international mail manual. I accepted the friend request, Mother Janelle. I'm just pointing out, you don't know your own fucking mail manual. So if none of us are federal, state, or municipal, every time we send post from our home or from wherever we are, we're foreign to these motherfuckers because they're foreign to us. Article 1, Section 8, Clause 17.2.1. Oh, we'll go there. Just remember, I said Article 1, Section 8, Clause 17.2.1. I know y'all done seen me, Brother Aura, and Malika go over this so many times, but we're going to show you how all that should be sent without issue. These people that are federal, state, and municipal agents, unqualified to actually sit here and try to extra charge you for what's already federally funded. However, remember, they're being ran by the barristers. They're being ran by those that are part of the B.A.R Association, British Accredited Registry Association. That are making uniform laws under their NCC-USL, National Conference of Commissioners for Uniform State Laws, which are the diametrical antithesis to constitutional enforcement.
Yeah,
They're the
that's
diametrical antithesis. Go ahead, bro. I'm listening.
it's a level of usurpation of lawmaking, basically. Like, you guys are acting like you're the legislature and you're not.
All right, bro. Go and read that sentence, bro. Yeah.
Oh, 742.2 parcels without postage stamps. Some foreign post offices do not put postage stamps on parcels. All such parcels received must be regarded as prepaid. Must.
These people are trying to rob you guys. This is their instruction.
Can you pull up the photo I sent you so the people can see how they're trying to deny it?
Let me see. You sent it in Instagram?
Yes.
Got it.
So if you zoom in to the left side.
Oh yeah, that's from that PNC Weekly shit. Taxate per Q is not valid postage. So that's evidence that they're breaking. I'm trying to tell you, when they sent me stuff like this in the past, I was sending back my own correspondence pertaining to their own rules. We would go back and forth like 4 or 5 times. Next thing you know, the people I'm sending to finally receive what I sent.
Right.
Because they see I'm not giving up on that shit. I comprehend taxate per Q very well. I comprehend that my unalienable rights cannot be leaned upon. That's what a lien is, asking me to give extra postage for some shit that's already federally funded. You wouldn't even have that cardboard to make it with if it wasn't for the trees pertaining to my ancestral estate. Did you ask me to make those envelopes, motherfucker? That's how we need to be thinking.
So you see how they try to say it wasn't paid, and they put put the legal flat rate 7 to the side. 7. They did their own calculation for, I don't know for who, because that's not for me. They didn't get shit from me.
Which means they broke the law. Mail tampering is punishable by law. 18 U.S.C. 1341, 18 U.S.C. 1702, 18 U.S.C. 1703, 18 U.S.C. 1708. That's the 4 that we actually put on the envelopes.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, we don't fuck around, y'all. And this ain't no, let's show off. So people like, those brothers deep, yo. Let's fuck all that.
This was who was this? I can't even see who this to. They covered everything up here.
Yeah, I can't see it either, but that RTS means return to sender, which, look, check this out. If you can return it back to the sender, you can actually send it completely where it's supposed to go. But what this is a stick-up move.
Right.
To force you into the state. Look, the main court is the post office. I
haven't, you know what year I sent this, bro? This is so old. This is like maybe 4 years ago or something like that. Because it was a PO box I don't even have anymore. And this was like probably to the governor. I want to see who this was too. Hold on, I'm about to open this up.
It's all good. I'm gonna come back to this right now.
Oh, this was to Paul Dial. I think that was the head of the Commission on Judicial Discipline. Yep, this is when a federal judge was acting up. That's what that was about.
Got you. I'm getting this link for everybody so they can have this 742, what we just brought up. Because I want y'all to be like, oh, he said he made a PDF, so that ain't real. I was like, okay, let me go get the link for this, right? And I dare someone to open it when I put it in the chat here. I dare you to open it. Boom, there's the link for this on the screen. Y'all see that in the chat? Let me know when you see it. Be like, I got it. Even say, I got it, or put a 1 in the chat. And then click on it. I guarantee you're going to read the same thing I'm reading right here. Which means they didn't change it. And I'm the type that will go and keep checking the Universal Postal Union and USPS just to see if they sat here and did revisions and got a new updated name.
But even if they did,
I don't fuck around.
But even if they did, even if they did, you could correct the record now for then, and you can show that, hey, when I did put it, you guys changed it after or whatever. You know what I mean? Like, so.
For sure. And this isn't just theory. We aren't just, telling you a few things so that you can go and do your own studies later and then still be lost. Put a 1 in the chat if no matter how many lectures and books you got, you just may be someone who hasn't put it together like that. And it really, after a while, you almost gave up on your book publishers and and lecture givers. You might have gave up on them. Or matter of fact, we can put a 2 in the chat. Right? I'm just saying. Eventually, the people are going to get tired of hearing what. What about the how? Imagine, right? You have to show a baby of yours, whether it's a child, an adolescent, as they say, you got to show some child, right? How to wash the dishes. Are you just going to tell them, or are you going to demonstrate how it's done? Or are you going to just write a book and write a book on washing dishes and do a lecture on washing dishes? Is that what you're going to do? Are you just going to write a book and do lectures on washing dishes without showing this is soap? This is how you open the soap. This is how you run hot water. Stop the sink up. Pour a little soap into the stream of the water. Let it set up a little. Give it a swirl with your hand. I mean, you know what I mean? Like, come on, man. Come on.
So if they're asking you, if you use this, completely lawful process that is your birthright, because at the end of the day, they're not supposed to be charging you. You're not sending nothing through their mail. You're sending it from. You're not sending it from their mail. You're sending it through their mail. You see what I'm saying? And at the end of the day, everything about their mail is created from the ancestral state, from the building to the envelopes to the stickers to everything, every single thing in there. So when they say, "Oh, you can't do that," then I guess the question should be, how long are you presuming that I've been an agent? Because I'm not a post office federal agent, so I don't see why you're trying to apply, your policies to me. If anything, you need to be applying that policy to this. You need to be applying your policies to this parcel that's going out. And it's called
because we're part and parcel, right?
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? So I've done it successfully, bro, and I've also had them, try to block it. But again, it's like any other thing you do. They're always going to deny until you reaffirm your position. You know what I'm saying? It's like you're like, man, sit down and shut up. And I ain't about to do more. I said, shut down and shut up. Yeah. Well, all right. You know what I mean? Like,
and as you to add to your wisdom, as you guys can see, postal affairs lesson for postal employees. You can print this out. It's already today. I put it in Prophet Noble Dryly University in the Moorish History and Law Study folder within Prophet Noble Dryly University. All you would have to do is when you go into Prophet Noble Dryly University, you could clearly just type all capital GGF _ and put postal. It should generate for you. You guys can open it up in your preferred PDF reader and print it out, all 11 pages. And that'll be your means for, getting yourself stronger in your mind and things of that nature, right? So then next, what do I have? The updated conventional manual.
So question, so when they send you a correspondence and the title of that shit says taxe per Q is not valid postage.
Like, how are they going to say that? And this, which is their rules that we just shared the link to in the chat.
That's wild, bro. That's straight cognitive dissonance. That's straight warring against you. Like that's straight, like you can't read, you're illiterate or something.
They should be hung.
You see what I'm saying? And then it says, in certain instances, a retail office may have a customer come to the counter and claim. First of all, if you're a customer, you paying straight up. I'm telling you right now, because you're a customer. But if you're not a customer, and you just show up and you just drop your stuff off because they're servants that are supposed to do their job, there's already paid for it. They have federal appropriations for it. They're all paid for it. There's no way it's not going to get delivered without payment. You see what I'm saying? Like they'll send it, like you said, they'll send it back to you. They'll send it back to you for free.
Exactly.
Who's getting charged when they send it back to you?
So that for me, that goes, you can make sure it continues to where it has to go, but they're doing a troll toll because they're the fucking trolls under the postal bridge talking about, you owe me postage. Like, shut your dumb ass up.
So they say, in certain instances, a retail office may have a customer come to the counter and claim exemption from paying U.S. postage because of their status as a foreign national or similar type organization. The customer will insist that taxe per Q is a valid means of postage per the Universal Postal Union (UPU) and International Mail Manual (IMM) standards. Typically, these mail pieces have a thumbprint on them and make reference to UPU 141.2.2 or something like that.
Yeah, that's the old manual. The new manual has it as Article 06-001 for right here for prepayment. So the whole prepayment of their international mail manual accepted as prepaid is coming from the UPU conventional manual right here. I mean, what do I have to do? Oh, that was 6.1, right? 6.1. Look, postage stamps. What does it say, bro? Just real quick. What does it say?
All right. No, yeah. Proc. Article 2 postage stamps. Number 1. Notwithstanding Article 6.7, Australia, Malaysia, New Zealand, and the United Kingdom will process letter post items and postal parcels bearing postage stamps using new materials or technologies that are not compatible with their respective mail processing machines only upon prior agreement with the designated operator of origin concerned.
So check this out. In other words, there must be some consent there to be able to do it according to whatever agency that's doing the mail. Other than that, me sending post to Brother Aro, or Brother R sending post to Brother Sean, or Brother Sean sending post to Brother Corey sending post to Brother Terrell sending post to me, we've already agreed to correspond with each other like that. So since that's the case, and which means if we agree with us to do that, we have not made an agreement. We have not made an agreement to consent to the ways of the Postal Service, the United States Postal Service. Go ahead, bro. I yield.
Article 06-001, prepayment methods of denoting prepayment. 1, letter post items. 1.1, as a general rule, letter post items shall be fully prepaid by the sender. 1.2, methods of denoting prepayment. 1.2.1, prepayment shall be denoted by means of any one of the following methods: postage stamps printed on or affixed to the items and valid in the member country of origin. 1.2.1.2, postal prepayment impressions valid in the member country of origin and dispensed by automatic vending machines installed by designated operators of origin. 1.2.1.3, Impressions of officially approved franking machines valid in the country of origin, operating under the direct supervision of the designated operator of origin. 1.2.1.4 impressions made by a printing press or other printing or stamping process when such a system is authorized by the regulations of the designated operator of origin.
3 things. 1, I'm part and parcel. So since I'm part and parcel, any parcel coming from me that's an extension of my speech, it cannot be leaned upon by some postal agent asking for postage.
Federal Reserve knows that.
He should be hung. He or she should be fucking hung. That's treason. Second thing, not only my part and parcel, I'm an heir. Now I know in reality, like all the way you want to get really down to the nitty gritty, I'm an heir as a parent, and the heir is mother. Mothers are the heirs, sons are the heirs of parent. Technically, however, since I'm my mother's son, I'm an heir, because the word that comes first is heir before a parent. So since that's the case, this is my ancestral estate. I'm not gonna transact for my own stuff. So it's prepaid off the fact that I supplied you with the means to do this shit. That's how sincere heirs, sincere Moorish Americans, especially, should be thinking. That's how you should be thinking. Some of you guys will just be like, I don't want them to give me no trouble, so I just gonna do it like this. And my son make shows that my post against the where's got to go. Shut the fuck up. y'all need to stop. Stop that shit. Have a fucking backbone. You're part and parcel. So any parcel coming from you is an extension of your communication. Just like the land conveyance, vroom, vroom, is an extension of your fucking feet. Really, it's an extension of your crawl. Are you registering your Air Force Ones? Are you registering, you know what I mean, your dress shoes? Then why would you do it with any other mode of movement?
Mm-hmm.
You see how much of your movement they're trying to regulate? Your corresponding movements, whether it's a parcel through the post, being handled by some servants. Universal, pardon me, not only Universal Postal Union servants, also United States Postal servants. Don't believe a motherfucking thing I'm saying. Please research it yourself. However, when I read this, like I said, one thing is I'm part and parcel. Second thing, I'm an heir, so this is prepaid. Third thing, I am the one that is supervising. I'm the direct supervision because I have the higher sight, which makes me the postmaster general of it. Who has higher say-so over me? It's no longer my mother. So I just need to be sincere and not be on some slick shit so nature doesn't kick my ass. This is why I move how I move. This is why I do what I do. This is why we share how we share. So you guys, now it's not just a few of us that have the backbone to actually do this. You want to know how it's done? Let me first tell you how it's done. First, it's got to be done with you have to make a fucking commitment to being sincere. First, be sincere, and then nature will conspire in your favor. Nature will conspire in your favor. Exactly, Mother Barbara. Nature will conspire in your favor. All righty? And we're not the Postmaster General according to some federal, state, or municipal. We're that because we are the ones that even allow these beings to be able to do what they're doing. Jeffrey has no job without the banks. And I'm not talking about the World Bank or any other bank under the World Bank. I'm not talking about Immobiliare, which is the Vatican Bank. I'm not talking, all that is substitutions. Guess who they substituting for? Me. And those of you that are clear that are clear on who you are, that are not capitulating, right? Seriously. This is why the how needs to be. That's why I tell you guys every Tuesday and Thursday, show up to the jurisprudence gym. We could have built some slick shit. We could have kept this shit from you guys and let's just do it ourselves. No, because I actually know some of the history. A lot of Moorish groups in the past have done this. Oh, let's just keep it to us 9 or a few of us. And guess where they end up? They end up doing 13 years. Because they were not thinking about the children or the rest of the community. Because they want to be slick moes. As I say, don't ever greet me with that mo shit. I promise you, that make me cringe. I'd be like, ugh, Islam more. Every time, ugh. That's my response. I can't help it. Every time somebody directs mo in my direction, I'm like, ugh. Because the only other thing I think is, why y'all you think? You know what I mean? Like I'm about to poke you in your eyes or something. Because that's a stooge. Larry, Curly, Mo, Shemp. That's a stooge. All righty. So with that being said, being a freeborn Master Mason and Eastern Star is due to the fact that we've already been crowned when passing through our mother's, passing through that cervix, 10 centimeters dilated, as it said. We're already crowned there. And so when we wear our fez, it is just a reminder of what we went through to get here. And we have 720 degrees pertaining to knowledge, 360 above, 360 below. All righty. So with that being said, you know, you don't need to be made over again in some lodge. A lot of people are getting the degrees that they really need just from Sunday, Monday, Wednesday, and Friday from Seven Hill Star, let alone I got the degrees that I got from being around Brother Taj and going further into the what that was shared and bringing up the how. Oh, so it's like this. I'd be the type to ask Brother Taj the question straight up. Oh, so do you mean X, Y, and Z, this, and that, showing that I can critically think? And he'll go, Hasan, you already know Hasan. Just wanted to make sure. Just wanted to make sure we talking about the same thing. Because remember, I'm not compromised. Talking about Brother Hasan is not compromised. So I can speak freely. Look, in my tassel, you know what I mean, moves without being pinned down. I don't have a brim on my fez. So I can speak freely. So can my brothers. Period. We can speak freely. Super freely. I wouldn't, we're the FBI. We're coming to see you why you're teaching this online. Did you got a pen and paper? Because wasn't y'all in my first astrology class that I did on Zoom? Somebody worked for Police Dispatch and the other two, I could just smell them through the Zoom like, oh, okay, they're here to create a dossier. Them agents start backing off of me like, damn, this motherfucker is telling the whole truth to the point I think I want to quit my job or be a better agent. Like, Jesus, I didn't even know this about my own job. You're welcome. You are fucking welcome. Because who else is telling you like this is? Everybody else is trying to, yeah, man, I'll teach you. Just send me 30 notes to CashApp and then I got you. We can do this lesson. You know what I'm saying? That's why I said, you guys get stuff from us dealing with civics. As much as we would like to give a hard number, come ready to donate. Because you already know, we're going to record the session. Make sure you have what you need. Get ready to donate. And recognize that any Moors after us, speaking like they know what's going on and how to analyze these statutes, analyze the federal and the state statutes, the codes and regulations, and the ordinances on the municipal level, know that they got it from us. And they're just not admitting it. Because then you got to ask them one question. Hey, man, why didn't you say this? And don't let them get away with, well, see, I was actually developing this, man, and taking my time. It's just those brothers had dropped it first before me, but I had the same idea. You're a liar. Because a lot of you Moors are just trying to find a better way to be a better slave with Moorish benefits. Can't serve two masters. How you going to I self-law and master and you're still doing indentured service? You know how much sooner we could be free? We hold these beings to their fucking rules. I'm talking about across the board when it comes to food, clothing, shelter, sending our correspondences, getting land conveyances. All of that shit is our ancestral estate. And you just keep transacting for your own masturbation. Transacting for things that come from your ancestral estate is no different than you transacting for your own masturbation. Are we clear? I'm serious. Like I'm not gonna be too vulgar or vivid, but imagine you sitting there trying to bust a nut like, oh shit, man, this nut gonna cost me 20 notes a month. Can you believe that? Can you believe that? Can you imagine you mothers out there rubbing one out like, oh my God, this is gonna be $25. Can you imagine that? Because that's what the fuck you're doing. Because you won't come together and study what needs to be studied to hold these people to their rules. That's what we need to do. Hold them to their rules. Lafayette, indeed, they are. Right? It's funny. I and my son just got our new fezzes. And it's funny because when I order our fezzes, they be like, do you want anything written on them? Nope, no jewels, no writing. We're Moorish American. That's what I tell them every time. We're Moorish American. Make sure you put that in our account because I'm going to order some more fezzes. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's how I look at it. You know what I mean? They asked me when I ordered one for my baby today. You know, like, no, she doesn't need that either. she doesn't need that. And I know somebody, oh, you getting a woman a fez. Look. She can honor her mother too and herself. You know what I mean? You guys need to watch that show La Sultana, where you see like some of the mothers who have on a fez and then they have like draped over their fez, their little like kimar. You know what I'm saying? You guys need to really get back to just being yourselves and dressing like yourselves, right? Indeed, Islam. Yeah, they do want to be better slaves, right? Mother Barbara's laughing at better slaves. Yeah, they want to be better slaves with Moorish benefit. Do none of the Moorish work, none of the study. However, I know we share things with you guys so you can hurry up and fold space and time and kind of get it on a curve, but you got to do it repetitiously in your mind. You got to repetitiously do things in your mind so that you can comprehend these concepts. And you see what my brother just read, right? See what he just read. Brother R, what did I say I wanted to bring up, bro? So nobody looking at the letter manual here. Trying to think about that. If you're still there, bro. Melissa Hart says clear. She said, no, I can't. Exactly, right? I know, Mother Barbara, right? Like, I mean, let's just keep it a band. You know, some Moors, and they get through things and do things, they're like, oh, shit, that worked. I don't know what happened. Me, I go, let me analyze that now, why this is. And that's what I do. Like, I remember the last Taxation Prosecute correspondence I sent. It was a mother that had ordered this literature here. Because you guys know, when you guys order literature from me, I don't do, you know, send with postage stuff. I'm doing Taxation Prosecute. I'm sending you this literature that we produce, all right? I'm sending it via Taxation Prosecute. And so what I did, since I'm traveling, right? I'm like, these people around here aren't used to me yet. So I said, let me do it like a poor man's copyright, as they call it. So I put my appellation, but the location that it's coming from is actually the location it's going to. So you see a to and from sticker with the same location. Now I can see from the ring camera, I can see that when they pick the post up out of the mailbox, the agent, the postal employee is writing on it already. They're ignoring the United States codes I have on there for mail tampering. So next thing I know, we get this post-it stuck to the door and says, pick this up, X, Y, and Z. I'm like, all right, cool, whatever. So when I go finally to there, this idiot, even though it was like a few minutes, maybe 18 minutes from closing, this idiot behind the counter is trying to tell me how postage needs to still be paid for, even though it's free shipping supplies. I'm like, look, bro, I know you're trying to save your little paycheck, but have you even read your own international mail manual, like 742.1, 742.2? Have you read that? And so he was like, oh, my little paycheck. Look, man, just give me my post, man, because that's all my handwriting. That's all my handwriting, except that blue that's not supposed to be there in violation of those United States codes there. He said, those laws don't mean anything. I said, boy, I got an idiot on my hands here, right? Wow. So long story short, he wouldn't hand me the mail back. He said, you can get it from my supervisor at the main post office. Oh shit, look at you all tough. I said, all right, man, cool. Well, we'll see if you have your job. He said, I'm closed. I'm like, bro, you still got 2 minutes. And he started pulling the gate down. Woo-wee. Because you know, a lot of those cats that work for the post office, they Masons, and they be jealous than a motherfucker that you wearing your fez.
Did they see that tassel swinging?
Huh?
They be jealous in the mud that tassel swinging freely.
And I don't wear jeans and t-shirts and Timberlands and tennis shoes. You know, no sneakers. Like
pin the hate down opposite what the tassel is.
You know what I'm saying? Like serious. Like, come on, man. Come on. Since I don't present myself like that, you're like, how can he be free out here when I have to pay I have to discharge this amount of Federal Reserve notes per month for dues because I'm a lodge member. Hey man, look, don't be hating on me.
Man, speaking of dues, when you're ready, I would like to screenshot something. Let me find it real quick because I don't have it queued on this laptop. Islam.
And remember, guys, you can go and read this yourselves, right? Like I said, I put it in Prophet Noble Dryly University. It's in the as a matter of fact, let me see. Where am I? Do I have that open? I don't think I have that open. So let me go here to Google Drive, right? So you go into the Google Drive. First of all, let me actually go to the one that has, all righty. Prophet Noble Dryly University is right there, right? So if you were to go into the one that says Moorish History, Law Study Library, right? Grace Gives Fruition _ just right above Brother R's thumbnail there in the lower left, right? See Grace Gives Fruition, Moorish History _ Law Study Library. I'm just going to click there, and then I want to go here to the search in the top right, and I'm just going to make sure my all caps is on GGF, and let me get that _, and I'm just going to type POST. Hey, look, there it goes. Postal Affairs Lessons for Postal Employees. Looky, Astro Cookie. That way you can go and learn and study, you know, like there you go, right? You can go and study that. And then you guys, like I said, maybe I'll post on my Facebook, I'll post a tax percu video that I did some years back. So you can see how I actually go step by step with that. And there's other documents that I give with that, actually. You know what I mean? I was thinking about, you know, if you guys see it, you know, you could, I don't know, text me 443-376-8764, 443-376-8764. And if you want the email, where I email you all the 3 links, because it's 3 different parts, this video, this tutorial that I did for Tax Percu. And I give like corresponding documents so you can kind of read the history about stamps. Because even though you saw that I don't have to put any other postage because it's supposed to be considered prepaid, I still, in practice, was putting a 2-cent stamp. And on this one, most recent one, I put a 3-cent stamp. So let me make a conclusion to that. So this mother does end up getting her mail. I'm thinking I'm getting her post. I'm thinking to myself like, man, all right, let me prepare to talk to whoever your supervisor is, all that. What's funny is the day I'm preparing, I'm like, all right, babe, I'm talking to my beloved mother, mistress, consort, and home on well, please. I'm like, babe, all right, I'm gonna have to go up there to mom and do what I gotta do. As I'm thinking this, I get a text from this mother who's supposed to be receiving, you know, the literature, the coloring book and all that, right? And she goes, It's been received, thanks. I said, been received, thanks. And I open up the text message and I go to my baby like, baby, look, the mother received it. She was like, how? I said, that's what I be saying. Like, stuff happens. I don't even know what. Can you imagine going to get ready to go box and the opponent forfeits? Yeah. Man, I did all this training for nothing. I've been fasting. I've been running these laps. I've been running like 8 miles a day. I'm punching this punching bag and shit, punching the peanut bag. I'm just getting it in. You know what I mean? And now I can't throw one fucking punch. All right, well, at least she got her post. You know what I mean? Like, at least it got there, right? So with that, well, actually, we're gonna talk about that. That's a no. That's a concept that needs to be corrected. When it comes to the all caps name, that's not yours. That's somebody making their own person, and they want you to animate that puppet by making it sound like you and your likeness. That's not yours because you're not a federal agent.
It's impossible.
It's an all capital letter sound, an all capital letter homophone. It's a homo saying phone sound. It's the same. It sounds like you, but it's in all capital letters, which means it's a United States citizen. We just showed you when the first letter be read in every meeting, you're an American citizen. It's that simple. You don't even have to go into it. I know it's a lot of Moors out there. I think they know some things, and you're going to this brother that knows this. They're idiots. They don't know how we're sharing this. Again, that's why 7 Hill Star and Lawful Living is 7hillstar.com, rvbaypublications.com, of course, before 7hillstar.com, only because that's where we get it from. However, your only certified professional astrologers is 7 Hill Star. No one at RV Bay is a certified professional astrologer. No disrespect to the mother. Just keeping it a band. Just telling the truth here. However, with the books that's been there so that we can get all the material that we need, that's necessary, rvbaypublications.com, 7hillstar.com, lawfulliving.com. Those are the only 3 websites you need. And you're welcome. Because like I said, we could be pimping with this knowledge like most Moors, right? Yeah, they sold out. You get out the system by getting the system out of your mind.
You don't have to get out the system. You got to get the system out of you.
Yeah, period. That's exactly what it is. You know, I'm just reading Lafayette Bay, what they're reading. How you master the system is know the rules that keeps them bound. It's not hard. We just did it. Look, this is how you master. This is how you master the system. Are you aware that your rules say this? Oh, you're not aware. Okay, where's your supervisor? Hey, supervisor, are you aware that your international mail manual says that you can't ask me for extra postage or try to mark on my post here because there are these 4 United States codes here, which means you're doing an administrative wrong. Are you aware? Look, you want to master it? That's how you do it. Get the system out of your mind and comprehend that just something as simple as this right here on the screen is how you master them because they're servants. Okay, let's get it. United States Postal servants. This is not complicated. We just have to get the bullshit out of our minds from listening to third party creditor Moors, birth certificate authenticating Moors, debt discharging Moors.
So I got a question.
Go ahead, bro.
All right. So then if for being at the post office is to refuse, right? You speak with supervisors. Supervisor says, I can't do it. And then, take your postage and leave type shit. Or take your parcel and leave or whatever. And they really just stand on railroading you. Like that's the position that they take.
Mm-hmm.
Who do you sue? Do you try to figure out it was who put that on who put some markings on your envelope, or do you go directly after the manager who didn't comply when you showed him what it was? Because I know when you go up there, you're giving them like you saying, hey, did you know that your rules say this? And they say no. Okay, well now you do, because now I'm giving you knowledge and notice, which is the first step in holding them accountable. You make sure that they know. Oh, look, you know, what's it called? A bill at the restaurant. He decided to mix my oatmeal with his feet, and so I had to tell him, look, I'm not eating no oatmeal when you're mixing it with your feet. Make sure that you're mixing it with a spoon or utensil next time. And then he decides he's gonna use his feet again. So at that point, I guess you already gave him knowledge and notice that you don't like the extra foot fungus, you know what I'm saying, on the oatmeal. So at that point, he's I guess he's ready to go. Wherever you put on notices, they're ready to get sued. So that's what I was asking, like, what would you do in that situation?
To answer your question, the judicial officers, the Postal Service Board of Contract Appeals. Shout out to Mother Malika, Sonny, Keith, Bobby, all you guys out there. And you know, we've heard Keith say this a lot of times. The judicial the Postal Service Board of Contract Appeals. Look, who's the chairman of that? Caramella. Look, right?
Alan?
What are they doing? What is this Postal Service Board of Contract Appeals doing, Brother R?
They had jurisdiction to consider and decide any appeal from a decision of a contracting officer of the United States Postal Service or the Postal Regulatory Commission relative to a contract made by either.
So in my eyes, the postal employee behind the counter, the clerk, is still a contracting officer.
Right. They got an oath too.
Period. So this could be, you can use these people for a lot of things, because remember, they're using the post to send you so-called court hearing notices and all that stuff. So they're using the mail they're using the post to harass you.
Exactly. To extort you, harass you, abuse process.
This is who you go to.
To simulate legal process.
Yeah. Hey, Postal Service Board of Contract Appeals. These beings are using you and your servants to commit crimes.
You gonna allow that?
That's why we put what? Let's do it. Let's do it. 18. USC. Oh, okay. I got to pick ones. This is. Let's go here real quick. All right. We'll just go back to the definition for American in Noah Webster's Dictionary, 1828. So this is what we'll do. We'll do 18 USC 1341. Because what we put on there is all 18 United States codes, right? There's 4 of them. They all start with 18 USC, 1341, 1702, 1703, and 1708. All right. So let's look at 1341 first. Go! Right? Let's do that. Right? Boom. What's 18 USC 1341, bro? Let's see how long it is. Oh, it's not even that long.
But mail tamper, mail fraud, or frauds and swindles, indeed. Frauds and swindles, whoever having devised or intended to devise any scheme or artifice to fraud or to
hold on, we gotta click the hyperlink. What scheme or artifice to defraud?
Scheme or artifice to defraud. For the purposes of this chapter, the term scheme or artifice to defraud includes a scheme or artifice to deprive another of the intangible right of honest services. Whoa.
So that sounds like Bill of Right 1 and Bill of Right 4.
Your manual says taxation per Q is valid, but then you put something right on the face of my parcel saying that it's not valid. And who's giving you those? Because again, we know that's coming from higher up. Somebody's telling you that. Who's telling you that? They're gonna get you fired, sued, and other things.
I'm curious, what's the administrative code for this? We gotta find the CFR to be like, this is what needs to happen administratively.
18 CFR.
It would have to be. So that's why I said we're gonna go and check that, right? However, go ahead, I yield, bro.
Yes, whoever having devised or intended to devise any scheme or artifice to defraud or for obtaining money or property by means of false or fraudulent pretenses. That's what they're trying to do, is get so-called money, right? We know it's not money, but representations or promises, right? By fraudulent pretenses, representations, or promises, or to sell, dispose of, loan, exchange, alter, give away, distribute, supply, or furnish, or procure for unlawful use any counterfeit or spurious coin, obligation, security, or other article, or anything represented to be or I think it was meant to put imitated, right? Or intimated. Intimated. Hold on, I'll look that up real quick because I'm not familiar. Intimated. Intimate.
Yeah.
Close.
Friendly.
Oh, okay.
Imply or hint.
Got you. Closely acquainted, familiar, close. All right. Okay, I kind of
state or make known.
Right. Represented to be or right, close or familiar, right, or held out to be such counterfeit or spurious article for the purpose of executing such scheme or artifice or attempting to do or attempting so to do, places in any post office or authorized depository for mail matter, any matter or thing, whatever, to be sent or delivered by the postal service, or deposits or causes to be deposited in any matter or thing, whatever, to be sent. Where we at?
Be sent or delivered.
Right. I know I kind of took my eyes off it for a second.
Second line.
Second line. Oh, pardon me. You went all the way down. Okay, I was looking down at the bottom. Be sent or delivered by the postal service or deposited or causes to be deposited any matter or thing whatever to be sent or delivered by any private or commercial interstate carrier, or takes. That's another thing. If you're calling it, if it's a commercial interstate carrier, then you damn sure ain't charging me, because this ain't interstate commerce that I'm doing when I'm sending a correspondence.
Correct.
Or takes or receives therefrom any such matter or thing, or knowingly causes to be delivered by mail or such carrier according to the direction thereon, or at the place at which it is directed to be delivered by the person to whom it is addressed, any such matter or thing shall be fined under this title or imprisoned not more than 20 years. So the max for this is 20 years, right? Or both. If the violation occurs in relation to or involving any benefit authorized, transported, transmitted, transferred, disturbed, or paid in connection with
dispersed
or dispersed.
Right.
Part
it
of
is being disturbed, though. Go ahead.
Yeah, it is disturbing, right? They are disturbing. Dispersed or paid in connection with a presidentially declared major disaster or emergency, as those terms are defined in Section 102 of the Robert T. Stafford Disaster Relief and Emergency Assistance Act, 42 USC 5122, or affects a financial institution, such person shall be fined not more than 1 million or billion, not million, but it's million, or imprisoned not more than 30 years or both.
So technically, I know that you like, oh man, that means we put it in there saying it says a perfume, then we can get it. No. They're devising and intending to devise a scheme or artifice which means they're intending to devise a way to deprive us of the intangible right
of honest service, and the post office is a place of public accommodation. So you're saying
period.
that so discrimination in places of public accommodation is against federal and state laws. So not only are they mail tampering or frauds and swindles, they're also discriminating in places of public accommodation based on national origin.
And remember, these United States codes, any statute, federal, state, or municipal, only apply to the employees pertaining to federal, state, or municipal. So this is how you actually spank the postal employees behind. This doesn't apply to Moorish Americans who are not federal, state, or municipal agents. They're sending posts to one another. And we're not doing foreign trade or commerce.
You want some too, postman? No.
You know what I'm saying? Basically, flat out. So I trust you guys get this, what we're saying here. Mother Sahar says, can't you just put the parcel in the mailbox and not deal with the servant? Exactly. And that's what I say do. So those of you that are in like rural, say that again.
That's what it is. You put it in there, and then if you receive a correspondence a few days later saying come pick your shit up, then you go deal with them accordingly. I'm sure once you deal with that particular location, there shouldn't be any more issues after that. And if it persists, then you go to that commission, you put claims, whatever. I would say you don't have to do administrative procedure or process, but if you can, file some type of complaint against them on that level, let them deal with that, and then file your lawsuit. That's what I would do. I would federal sue anybody who doesn't want to get some act right after being given knowledge and notice.
Correct. So what you can do is, let's say you live in a rural area, or like we say near the Maryland State Republic, live in the county, right? Or you domicile near the county or the suburbs. Some people will say in other, places on the land. You would have a mailbox outside that has a flag on it, and you can raise the flag once you put your correspondence in there, and that's a signal to the postal employee that, oh, hey, we have some mail for you to pick up. Whereas if you like need a Baltimore corporation, there's blue boxes on every few corners or so, you know what I'm saying? And you can go and take your post and put it in the blue box on the corner for real, and those people will make their mail pickups. And usually the postal pickup times are actually there on the blue box, right below where you pull a handle to stick your post in there. So Mother Sahar is absolutely correct, which is what I do. The only time I'm dealing with postal employees if I'm going to go transact for stamps, because that's just me showing I'm balling, because as we already saw that I don't have to put postage on it like that. I can just do my taxate per Q franking.
That they're lying when they send you a notice or try to say that taxate per Q is not right. And when they explain the whole scenario of a so-called customer coming in and insisting that it's valid, right? So they give this whole scenario. That if that were true, that people were actually going in there trying to defraud the post office, they would call the police and have people arrested at the counter for trying to do a fraud and swindle. But why would they just, oh no, you can't do this. Oh no, they would call the police. Like they might call the police just to try to scare you. If that's the case, that's even better. I wish they would call the police when I come up there to correct them with their own manual. They deny the manual and then do a false report. They're just asking to justly compensate you.
Yeah.
At that point.
Yeah. There's like, sue me. I think I'm protected by my job, and my supervisor and my lodge members are going to make sure I'm safe. Okay. Right. I don't think so.
Just getting kicked out of lodges left and right.
Yeah, because they're going to be like, because true, since even the Masons that want to be on some fuck shit, they respect when you're Moorish American for real. They're like, no, don't fuck with that one. don't do it, because they already know when you're Moorish American for real. They touch one fucking hair on your head, they got the energy of like 30 Moors coming down on them, even if it isn't physical. They will have nightmares for like 6 months straight. They'll get their land conveyance started, and then they'll wonder why their brakes won't. Like, has my brake line's been cut? You have no idea how nature. There'll be a snowstorm all of a sudden, you'll crash into a tree. trying to tell you, you don't want to fuck with sincere Moors. I guarantee you, we have seen some things happen. We'd be like, yo, that's because they fucked with us.
Mm-hmm. You see, man.
We're divinely protected. I haven't seen evidence of it. So we're not talking shit here and being like, nana, nana, boo, boo. We're saying sincerely be yourselves and hold these servants to who and what they are. Oh, they wanted to have a federal job. They want to have a state job. They wanted to have a municipal. Municipal means county and or city job.
So what would you say with regard to preemptive or preemptive measures with taxate per Q? You know what I mean? Do you recommend, putting Postmaster General location on those? Hey, I'm going to be doing taxate per Q. This is why. I'm a more whoop-de-whoop, whatever. Let them know
Setting
what it
up
is.
Meetings and appointments.
Yeah, then that way you don't even have to go up there and say who sent my stuff back. At this point, you could just file your suit because you already gave them notice.
Correct. So yeah,
Ahead
you
of time.
can sit there and set up a meeting or an appointment with whatever head it is, guys. You're Moorish American for real. You don't aim for the pinky toe. This ain't Harlem Nights. You aim for the head with a 50 caliber sniper rifle in the form of an intelligent tone, so you may be rendered a favorable reply.
Mm-hmm.
And you snipe accordingly. We're for peace and not destruction. I'm just using certain connectors here and metaphors so that you guys can actually see like, oh, okay, that's what, yeah. The pen is mightier than the sword. We can swing scimitar all day. You really good with that pen though, preemptively also? Email, through the post, like, you know what I mean? Or you type something up, send it through the post, right? Make a phone call, send a fax.
Yep.
And let it be known to these people. Yes, I would like to meet to just discuss a few things. I am traveling now here in North America near the United States Corporation. And to them, I'm like, how are you near the United States Corporation, but you in North America? What are you in Canada? That's what they're gonna think. However, we
well,
actually know.
that's I don't think all of them would think that. I think some of them are clear on what federal areas are.
Of course, like the post office, that's a federal area.
Here's an example, because me dropping it off at a federal area does not mean that it's coming from a federal area. And they're trying to say that we're sending it from the United States, and that is why it's not. That's why you can't use taxation. Well, they're not even saying that. They should be saying, oh, well, you're trying to send it from the United States, so it's not taxable per Q because it's not foreign. That's where you can correct them in their thinking, because at the end of the day, you're sending it from the send location, which would be the mailing location you put on there. That's where you're sending it from. You're not sending it from the post office because you're not using the post office address as a sending location. So, and then I know for a fact the mailing location I use, right? Because I don't live in a mailbox, but the mailing location I use is recognized by the United States as being Morocco. So I don't know, what they, I can show them that, but you don't have to take it that far. They should comprehend the sending location is not a federal area, buddy. So therefore, it's not it's not coming from the United States.
Correct.
Period.
Correct. And when I do my shipping labels, we already have, the so-called the city municipality or county municipality, and the state republic, along with the zip that has the -9998, which is non-domestic without the US. That's what that fucking means. We have that in brackets so they can see it to get it where it needs to go, even though it's not there, right? In jurisprudence, it's not there. And usually under all of that, I put North America, which North America and United States are two totally different things. Look at North America like the lasagna, and United States is the aluminum pan and the plastic wrap. Since when do you need an aluminum pan and plastic wrap license to access lasagna? You just rip the fucking plastic, cut yourself some lasagna, and when it's all gone, ball up and throw away that motherfucking aluminum foil because it's only a servant. Plastic wrap and aluminum pan are only servants. Why do you think they call it service materials for catering? Come on, man. We can do this. This isn't hard. These are just words, guys. All right, these are just fucking words. Foreign diplomatic post office as sheiks. Have we ever used that? Why will we do that when we're home? But you're foreign to the the United States corporation, their federal, state, and municipal agents are foreign to us. Remember, they wouldn't even have what they have if it wasn't for our ancestral estate. So, nah, we're not going to use that. That's why even my taxate percu says instead of foreign office of origin, it says allodial American office of origin.
I used to put
that's what the shit. I don't fuck around.
I used to put American National Office of Origin when I first did taxate percu. Because it ain't United States Office of Origin. I know that. Non-domestic without the US.
Even though I know how to use the foreign argument in my favor, I like my free speech. I like being secure in my person's houses, papers, and effects, because 18 USC 1341 says if they try to do anything else, they can have their ass spanked.
20 years.
Or a million or 30. a million units or 30 years or both. Like, that's where I'm at. Okay, we're the ones that really got the motherfucking, you know what I mean? Power, power is an illusion. We can enforce that constitution. Oh, you wanna be a federal postal whatever, but you don't want to be withstanding the Article 1, Section 8, Clause 17.2.1 service that you're doing? Okay, we got something for your ass. We actually read your stuff that you ignore. So many people would fucking quit these different agencies. I'm telling you, bro, because all we got to do, preemptively speaking, is to hold these people to that shit. Something don't even have to go down. Again, you've never sent correspondence via taxate percu? Cool. Set up a meeting with whoever the postmaster general for that particular branch is, or the supervisor, whoever. Tell them you want to set up a meeting, and you can set up a meeting. If not, you'll take it up with the Post Office Board of Contract Appeals. We just showed you guys. Look, man. Look. Shout out to our jurisprudence gem level ones at Lawful Living, man. Right? I'm trying to tell you guys, like, shout out to you, beloved mother. You already know who you are. You see what I'm saying? So, what's the second code that we put on there? 18 USC 1702, right? Oh, that's short. What is that?
18 United States Code 1702, obstruction of correspondence. Ooh. Whoever takes any letter, postal card, or package out of any post office or any authorized depository for mail matter, or from any letter or mail carrier, or which has been in any post office or authorized depository or in the custody of any letter or mail carrier before it has been delivered to the person to whom it was directed, with design to obstruct the correspondence or to pry into the business or secrets of another, or opens, secretes, embezzles, or destroys the same, shall be fined under this title or imprisoned not more than 5 years or both. So obstructing the correspondence is up to 5 years in prison.
they just racking up that time, ain't they, baby?
We had 25 years max so far.
Indeed. Oh, and by the way, just very briefly, I'm going to come back and screen share. I just wanted to just show this real quick, since Michael's asking in the chat, right? The only way that I've ever used DPO, which is diplomatic post office bag, is in brackets. You know what I mean? I'm gonna show you what I mean by in brackets. This is what I'm gonna show you. Let me spotlight this so you are clear. Do you see that? Can you see that? Guess where this goes? If I'm traveling in a land conveyance and I know that I'm the word, and the word was God, and the word the word was with God, the word was God, and then the word became flesh, because God means to call upon. This is covering the then in any land conveyance that I've ever had. I'll put this right here. And then the back of it, of course, has my stamp, my prophet seal stamp. I don't really show too many people this at times, but you see how it is? See how diplomatic post office bag is in brackets? You see how that's in brackets? So it's not even really there. And then I laminated it. So I got one where the covering the VIN in the front, and then on the back left side in the window, just in case. And I don't attract stuff like that to myself. So this is what I made for myself in harmony with my own land conveyance writs that I have. I think we're gonna get some more of those too. I know I've showed you guys these things before, right? Get some more land conveyance writs where I got the higher numbers, but that's hard. Those things are hard to go on the land conveyance. All right, so that's what I got going on in my MDM number right there from RV Bey Publications. That's actually tied to my nationality card and my travel card, right? So that's what I do, being a sincere Moorish American, right? Because I studied on RV Bey Publications, and I kept it simple. I wasn't jumping to this more and discharge debt and secure party creditor, and I don't do that. What's that stupid shit? I don't do that. So whenever I've come across it, I will put it there, because now, remember, just like a United States Postal Service conveyance that they deliver in, right? Or there would be a vehicle for them then, right? That's their motor vehicle, because they're doing foreign trade and commerce. With that being said, how they don't have license plates or whatever, this would kind of be like that same thing here, because I'm getting the word from one post to another, from post A to post B. But that's my mindset. You don't have to adopt that. You don't have to adopt that mindset. You don't have to do that. That's something that I just thought of. Why? Because I critically think. And since I critically think, and I don't look for anyone else to go, Hasan, that's good, you do that. I don't look for cosigns. No cosigners, no co-signatures. I don't need those. I read, and then I go, you know what? This makes sense, and I'll enforce it like this. Because like I said, I didn't complicate it. RV Bey Publications, went to go study with Brother Taj, House of Reawakening Minds. My beloved mother said, hey, Hasan, go here. You know what I mean? Link up with Malik and them. I was like, okay, cool, saw that, cool. Maybe three places total. Anything else has been conversing with Moors, and Moors have mentioned diplomatic post office bags. And it's funny because I comprehend what they're really trying to do more than them, because they're really just trying to be better slaves with a Moorish title. That's hilarious to me. Super duper hilarious. It really is. It's really hilarious to me. So anyway, I'm just saying. I'm just saying. That's what I do. Because I'm the word.
You disable screen share? I mean,
let me make it so that everybody can screen share. You know what? You know what I can do? Let me do this, because I obviously didn't do it. I thought I did. This one isn't co-host. How is this not co-host? Make co-host. Let's see. How is that one? Okay, yes. Okay, boom. Now I'm gonna make it so that all multiple participants can screen share. Boom, there you go, bro. I yield.
So I'm just gonna touch on this briefly, because I want to study this. I want to look deeper into this. I'm gonna really just fine tooth comb Title 49 of United States Code. But for now, I just found this and I thought it was funny, especially because you were just speaking about covering up the VIN number, right? So this is something I was looking at earlier today. This is Title 49, which is transportation, and it's under subtitle 6, which is dealing with motor vehicles, and then it's under Part C, which is actually, just to go back real quick, just to show the people. Once you go into Title 49, you will go to subtitle 6, which is motor vehicle and driver programs. From there, you would click C, dealing with information, standards, and requirements. Then you would go to theft prevention. Theft prevention, chapter 331. And then from there, I was looking at specifically the National Stolen Passenger Motor Vehicle Information System, guys. Information system.
Wow.
Look at this. General requirements. 1, not later than July 25th, 1993, the Attorney General shall establish and thereafter maintain a national stolen passenger motor vehicle information system containing the vehicle identification numbers.
That's a VIN. That's a VIN.
That's a VIN number of stolen what? Passenger motor vehicles. What's that?
Includes a multi-purpose passenger vehicle or a light-duty truck when that vehicle or truck is rated at not more than 6,000 pounds gross vehicle weight.
So they're saying that it's being used in interstate commerce, of course, because they're saying a passenger vehicle, a passenger, someone's paying for a ride, and a light-duty truck sounds like they're doing work there. Light duty, right? Duty is a duty and obligation, right? Work, right? Tax for federal tax purposes. So then it says, the system shall be located in the National Crime Information Center and shall include at least the following information on each passenger motor vehicle. So, I mean, what evidence do they have that your land conveyance is a passenger motor vehicle? Because the VIN number is like a cigarette lighter in a car. If you don't smoke, it has no purpose. If your land conveyance is not a passenger motor vehicle in interstate and or foreign commerce, if it's not used to transport goods or persons for remuneration, then the VIN number is irrelevant. It's just on there. Oh yeah, there's a VIN on here because if I sell it to some idiot who wants to go do business at the pleasure of the governor, he can use the VIN.
That's funny. That's what Mother Barbara just said. She said, at the pleasure of the governor.
Right. You see what I'm saying? So the VIN number is the VIN number is literally for theft prevention. Bro, if you're the owner and they can't prove that they have an interest in the property, they're not supposed to be talking about, speaking about, or trying to regulate anything that they don't have ownership in or authority to regulate. So if you're the owner, not a statutory owner, right? If you're the owner, you know this is your private property. Yes, you can take that VIN off unless you're a federal agent and you and your vehicle are subject to the jurisdiction of these states. Because at the end of the day, if I take this off and it's mine, I didn't steal it. I have it. So it's like, what do you mean? You're trying to prevent the owner from stealing it from himself? Because I remember, I'm not telling people anything that, that I wouldn't do myself. But I remember being questioned by the police saying, where's the VIN number? What happened to the VIN? It's a private automobile. He was like, oh, but why'd you take the VIN off? That's a private automobile. But like, so did you take it off before you bought it? Or did you take it off after you bought it? That's a private automobile. And then after 3 or 4 times, they tried to ask me, they walked away. They did not charge me with whatever, charge they have, because they have a federal charge for defacing. That's what I was going to say. When you said something about covering up the VIN. Yeah, I have a receipt right covering up mine right now, like an old receipt. Now,
and it's two places. It's two places where the VIN is. It's right on the dash,
right
on the left hand side, and it's on the within the door jamb on the side with the wheel.
In the doors,
in the door jamb on the stickers.
Exactly.
Go ahead, I will.
Indeed, it is.
Or it's on the doors. If it's not in the door jamb, it's on the door.
It's on the side of the door itself. Yeah.
Yeah.
So I was never charged with it, but when you go look at the laws of the state near you about removing VIN. One of the terms they use is defacing. Obliterate is another term they use. But when you look at the definition, one of those definitions, it will say that covering it up is considered, one of those terms. Now, again,
if you're a federal agent, then you're test.
If you have to be a federal agent, and then it has to be a passenger motor vehicle, because the whole creation of this information system was for the prevention of as a matter of fact, they got the term here. Where's it at? Let's see if I find it real quick. Let's go back. They call it theft prevention, motor vehicle theft prevention. So if you get stopped and it's your shit, who are they claiming? What are they asking for any VIN number anyways? Are they?
This is only for federal agents
under
under Title 49, which is transportation.
You do know that this is there's a okay, check this out. Let me go back to this because I found this very interesting. Right here. It says, where's it at? All right. All right. 2. In establishing the system, the Attorney General shall consult with A, state and local law enforcement authorities. What? This is the Attorney General on a federal level is supposed to consult with the state and local law enforcement authorities with regard to the
showing you joinder. That's showing you the connection between federal, state, and municipal.
Indeed. It
Just
says
that alone.
B, the National Crime Information Center Policy Advisory Board to ensure the security of the information in the system and that the system will not compromise the security of stolen passenger motor vehicle and passenger motor vehicle parts information in the system. Here's another thing. When you guys do get your land conveyances, try to get them from the manufacturer, but make sure you get the numbers for the parts, because the parts have specific numbers. So if one takes, if they steal your automobile, right? First of all, report it stolen. That's the first thing I would do, because they have to put it in their system when it's stolen. And when it's stolen, bro, they have, I'm trying to find it right here. I know they got it right here. Request for information. The Attorney General shall prescribe by regulation procedures under which an individual or entity intending to transfer a passenger motor vehicle or passenger motor vehicle part may obtain information on whether the vehicle or part is listed in the system as stolen. So if you get the
that's wild.
If you get the automobile, right, the land conveyance, and then they try to, oh, you missed a payment, you gotta wait, hold on. Under 26 USC 7701H, dealing with the motor vehicle operator lease or motor vehicle or qualified motor vehicle operating agreements, there's certain things that need to take place in order for it to be a qualified agreement. If the lessor knows that the certification is false, we know it's false because they don't have no evidence that you are using it in performance of public office, right? The functions of public office. So when they can't produce that, they have no say-so to say, oh, that's ours, we leased it to you. The certification is false. So, matter of fact, if you do pull a fast one on me and end up stealing the property from me with a tow company, I'm gonna report it stolen. Now they can't sell it because it says, because when you're dealing with, it depends on who you're dealing with. They're gonna call the not the Attorney General, whatever system is set in place that the Attorney General set up for these people to know whether a part or the land conveyance is stolen. they're going to check that first.
Mm-hmm.
And they're going to see, oh shit, it's stolen. So reporting it stolen is, to me, it's equivalent to putting a lien on it. It's equivalent to putting an encumbrance on the property, because now you're saying, no, this is mine, and someone just fucking stole it.
Lis pendens.
It's like a lis pendens, Islam. So I just wanted to show that. Oh yeah, so what I was saying was, make sure that you get the numbers. So you want a whole list. You want the VIN, and you want all the numbers for the parts. All big major parts have a number on them. So now if they do steal your shit, they're liable of changing the VIN or fabricating a new VIN. But you'll know, because you'll know that, all right, this VIN is not matching the part numbers. So this is a fabricated VIN. You see what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And this is how you know, this is just a strategy I came up with in case they do try to, you know, some repo tries to take your stuff or whatever. You immediately report that thing stolen. They can't tell you, you can't, huh?
No, I was just saying that, yeah, to add to your wisdom, is funny because when helping someone from my past, they transacted for a land conveyance via Facebook Marketplace. And basically, you already know how I do, you know, write a bill of sale. You know what I'm saying? And once we get the title that last so-called owner had, then we know we're making our own titles. Because now it's within our trust, because we're not registering it with the state to put it in the state public trust, because we're not federal, state, or municipal employees. You know what I mean? Not part of the military.
You only utilize the roads and highways upon your ancestral state privately. Like, yeah, I use these public highways. I love these public highways. I only use them privately, though. What do you mean? You only use it? Can you look inside my shit and not get slapped? You remember that video?
They're public to the federal, state, and municipal mindsets. It's just that the federal, state, and municipal mindsets try to force the heirs into their federal, state, and municipal thought arena, and we don't belong there. So when we challenge them, we're, you know, in an intelligent tone, of course, and preemptively, of course, you know, challenging them, then, bro, at the end of the day, everything we're reading here, every United States code, every code of federal regulation, every state statute, and every administrative code pertaining to the state, every general ordinance of the municipality, or every code of ordinance for the municipalities, we will just be pointing out to them that this only pertains to you, because I don't have a contract, an oath of office, or an autographed certified statement that says I work for you guys, which means we're not of like kind, which also means that you shouldn't be fucking talking to me. Period. Which is what Malika goes over every two. This is why when the beloved mother was like, Hasan, check out lawful living and check out Malika, I was like, okay. Because the mother already knew where my mind is, because of what type of conversations I was having with Brother Taj, which showed that my mind was, that's why I said you didn't see me put on a bulletproof vest and a shiny badge talking about I'm some consular general. I'm some fall of the Morisco. Let's go camping in our army gear. Did you see me do that? Because I don't think like an idiot.
Hasan Badger Bey?
No, I'm not Hasan Badger Bey.
Yeah, no Badger Bays over here.
The Sharif badge that my brother gave me years ago. And then this is the replacement for the first one that he gave me. Like, hey, bro, I think that other one kind of fell apart on me, and I get another one. And that was a gift. I didn't even know. But that's because, and this is a Sharif's badge. You think I asked for that? Even my Sharif's fez is a gift. All my fezes have been gifts. Technically, because once it started out with the first fez, I'm just replacing the gift that was given from my father's mother. Is that clear? Like, I'm just letting you guys know I'm not fucking playing here. Go ahead, bro. And guys, go and research those other codes, those 18 USCs, the other two that we didn't go over. We went over 1341 and 1702. Look up 18 USC 1703 and 1708 yourselves for homework. That's you guys' homework, because we're going to yield once Brother R is complete. I yield, bro.
Right. This is the last portion of my very short presentation. Didn't really prepare nothing today, but that's all good.
Man. That's what we're doing. Impromptu improv, man. We improving right now.
That's right. So this is a complaint, obviously, right here. complaint, right? This is from a policewoman, right? Melody DiPiero, right? And of course, she's being represented by an attorney. And look who she's suing, the police department that she works for, right? Now, I brought this up because I know we're talking about consent and stuff like that. And I know that's the whole spirit of that did ye consent or rules for who applies to this. So I want to show this real quick, and you guys are going to see real quick in the introduction alone. This civil rights and declaratory judgment action arises from the defendant's blatant violation of plaintiff Melody DiPiero's First and 14th Amendment rights by compelling her to pay union dues without her consent. Look at what they're talking about, guys.
Yo, first of all, they keep up. It's so funny how they apply the 14th Amendment to her like she's a corporation. However, since they're utilizing her like she is a United States citizen, which is a United States business, a United States business is a United States citizen, which is why they'll put a homophone to your calling, your appellation,
right?
In all capital letters, because that's the only way they can turn it into a United States business, a United States citizen.
But look here,
an individual. So
you're
trying to make it seem like a sole proprietor. Exactly.
Exactly. Yeah. So this arises out of a blatant violation because they're trying to compel her to pay union dues without consent. But check it out. On June 27, 2018, the United States Supreme Court held that it is unconstitutional for public sector unions and employers to collect, deduct union dues or fees from public employees without their affirmative voluntary consent and knowing waiver of their First Amendment rights. First of all, I don't feel that they should be able to offer you any privilege that requires you to waive a right. I feel like that's bullshit. Every time I see that, oh yeah, you have to waive this right for this privilege. Nah, that's a privilege that you're not supposed to be offering. That's a color of privilege. You know what I mean? Because it appears to be a privilege, but it's not a privilege if I gotta lose a right. But anyways, I yield on that proving that case. But I thought this was interesting. Janice.
I know, like the so-called fiscal new year. Look at that.
Janice versus AFSCME Council 31. Now check this out. This is the last portion I'm gonna read because this is the last point I want to make here. But DiPiero serves as a police officer for defendant Las Vegas Municipal Police Department, LVMPD. She is employed in a bargaining unit exclusively represented by defendant Las Vegas Police Protective Association, PPA. Defendants have deducted and collected union dues from DiPiero's wages despite the fact that DiPiero revoked her consent. Get off.
Hold on. So she withdrew consent and they still like, nah, we gonna bust this nut, bitch.
Yeah. She was like, get off me. And they were like, nah, you already consented, ho. Like, wait, what? So she revoked her consent to have any money deducted from her wages on January 9, 2020. That's called a rescission of signature.
Wow.
Thus,
it sounds like a disclaimer even more, but go ahead. Because she's disclaiming, but go ahead. I yield.
Yeah, completely, right? Thus, defendants failed to obtain DiPiero's voluntary, intelligent, and knowing consent as required by Janice versus AFSCME. I'm going to yield right there. I just wanted to show you that when you withdraw consent, they got to get off you.
Guys, remember, go and do your homework. We already looked up 18 United States Code 1341 on mail frauds and swindles. Looked up 18 United States Code 1702. So for your homework, look up 18 USC 1703 and 18 USC 1708. And then, I don't know, maybe we'll part two this because the title of this is How Long Have You Been an Agent? Right? And maybe we'll come back. Yeah, maybe we'll go into what you is next cycle according to 20 CFR 422.104. Right?
And we can go. Wait, say that. Which one did you just quote right now?
You.
Oh yeah, you. Okay, yeah. And then we could go in, I'll say we could also go into 26 USC 7701 H again, because I think that one. What was the references you just gave right now for their homework, so I can put them in the chat?
18 USC 1341, we already did, but they can go over it again. 18 USC 1702, we did that. And the two that we didn't go over, that's normally on our post.
What was the second one again? The section?
1702.
1702, and then the next two?
The next one is 18 USC 1703.
Got it.
And the fourth one is 18 USC 1708.
Got it.
And remember, we're going to bring up next cycle, we're going to bring up
26
26 USC 7701 H, lowercase h, number 2, capital C, lowercase I. And we'll also review next Friday. We'll review.
You say H what now?
Lowercase h, capital lowercase h, number 2, capital C, lowercase I, for like a lowercase Roman numeral 1.
Right, of course. Yeah, 1 and 2. They're both required. Well, in order for it to be a qualified motor vehicle operating agreement, it has to meet the qualifications of B, C, and D.
Yeah, so we'll just start with H then, and just kind of read all of H from 7701. And then the last thing I just mentioned, while we got you plausibly in the title, how long have you been an agent? And that's dealing with 20 CFR 422.104, which is I think it's in 422.102 also, if I'm not mistaken. And then when you guys see these things, because remember, we're going over these not for your salvation. However, like I said, if you're not on the clock being a federal, state, or municipal agent, if that's not who you are, these things don't apply to you. So this is why love, truth, peace, freedom, and justice must be at the forefront of your mind. We wouldn't have half the problems on this planet if people weren't being treated like they're federal, state, or municipal agents. That's why people are like, I got to get a job and I got to make sure I do this and do this. You're not an agent. You should be a declared and proclaimed national and heir that knows how to direct your servants. Too many of you, though, have been, you've done some things horrible in the spirit. Some of you will never get these concepts that we're putting down. And you'll still be treated like a federal agent. You will be held to these codes and statutes and policies. You will, these statute codes and policies, you'll be held to them because you cannot adequately show your competence.
Imagine being as sharp as those guys that be doing the First Amendment audits, but knowing the stuff we know. Because when I watch them go, they got some good points. They know a little bit. However, they don't know what we know, or they will really be shutting them down. Like they probably wouldn't even be able to make videos anymore, because once they start making videos doing that shit, they probably will get a notice like, yeah, don't fuck with him no more at all.
I ain't gonna front, because we ready to sue y'all motherfuckers. Whoever think y'all on some book, man, we can't wait to sue you guys. Imagine you're so used to like that LaRon Armstrong near what was that near where the dude just got fired by the mayor without cause?
Did you say was it Alaska or Hawaii?
Near the Oakland Corporation, right? LaRon Armstrong just got fired by the mayor. You can tell he probably had big plans. Yeah, I'm gonna take my girl out here on this boat. Not anymore. because you're not doing what you're supposed to be doing. People have gotten too comfortable, and guess what day it is? Guess what day and time it is right now? This is the day and time that these people that think they're going to get away or have been getting away with stuff. Jesus, mercy Christ, your ass is about to get kicked in the spirit and physically. It's just going down. Don't be mad at us. We're just adept students that study. We don't do anything. Look, we're not like Gaddafi or something talking about we got this army of women. And I'm not knocking that either. Believe me, no, I'm not knocking that either. I'm just saying the pen is mightier than the sword. And you guys, what are you going to do? Stop us from reading? No, that's not. Man, I'm telling you, the people the people about to really step up, man. The future is looking bright.
Yeah, man. Shout out to the Moors. Shout out to all the Moors, man, all over the world. No matter what part of the landmass you're on, even if there's some Moors that live on the water, who knows? Shout out to you too. You know what I'm saying? It's a lot going on. I advise people to pay attention, but don't get lost in the theater. But pay attention. Just be cognizant, because the people are rising up everywhere. As far as like that spirit within the people of not wanting to be oppressed anymore, not wanting to be subjects, not wanting to be treated like second, third, fourth string, you know what I'm saying? Fourth class, so-called citizens or whatnot. I don't see this going on much longer. I feel like what they're doing is like, they're like, oh shit, you know, like it's like a surprise party. Like they try to throw us a surprise party, but then while they were setting up the decorations, the so-called birthday boy showed up, you know what I mean? So they're like, it's like they're still trying to go through with the party, even though like they got caught already. So it's like now they're trying to speed up their genocidal practices, right? Derailing trains with chemical spills here and, you know, burning up warehouses, trying to destroy farm crops and stuff like that. It's not really going to do anything. They're just kind of like kicking the can down the road, which the can that they're kicking is down the road is their power. They don't realize that can is going to get picked up and put in the fucking recycle bin eventually. They're not going to be able to keep kicking it down the road. Their time is up. So just know that we won this already. Islam.
Mother Barbara, we love you so much. Thank you to you all, Mother Sahar, Michael, who else, man? Everybody, Antonio, everybody that commented. I don't know who Raphael is, but thank you also. Katrina, we didn't even see Katrina show up. Hey, Katrina, she's from our lawful living loved ones, right? So many other, Mother Janelle, her consort, Brother Derek, right? So many of you guys. We just thank you all so much. Terrell Jones Bay, thank you. Slim Herbin, of course, Sunshine Now. We thank you all for showing up and interacting with us in the chat. Guys, do your homework. Brother R posted it there under the Paragon RICO. All righty. Comment there for your homework. Just to review, guys. Don't be scared of these things. They don't even be long. Very few of these codes are really drawn out and long, but even when you really break them down and read them for yourself to comprehend it, just know, always have the mindset. This doesn't pertain to me. This pertains to federal first, state and municipal. Some way, shape, or form, the state has codified or made it similar like how it is on the federal level, and the municipal level, county or city, has got it like the state and the federal level. It's just once you see this pattern, guys, be sincere. That's the only way you're going to get it in the first place, because you can't have this information and then try to be slick and then try to hurt people, harm people, rob people. It does not. You have been warned that it does Corey's not work that way. Say that again.
Shout out what's it called? One Love.
You said One Love?
One Heart, pardon me, One Heart Supplements. Shout out
One Heart Supplements. Indeed, guys, get your CMOS from Brother Corey Bay. One Heart Supplements on Instagram. All one word. One Heart Supplements. Get your CMOS, guys. You will not be disappointed. He actually processes the CMOS gel himself. All righty. So you guys ready to do this Moorish American prayer on now? I guess we'll catch Brother Taj's. I know they had probably went live too at the same time or whatever, because we came.
I didn't see him go live yet. Maybe I didn't get notification or something.
I don't know, but probably are. If not, that's fine. You know what I'm saying? Unless they doing the private joint where you got to click on it, read the description, and then you go into the little private class. They might have did an unfiltered.
Oh yeah, they live. Oh yeah, they live for sure.
Okay, so yeah, we'll probably catch that. I'll probably catch the replay anyway. However, guys, normally we're going to try. I and Brother R discuss doing this a little earlier, so that you guys can see what it is that we have for you guys. And then, those every other Fridays that Brother Taj is teaching, you guys can catch that too. And then just start making your correlations. You'll actually see the what that Brother Taj is sharing. And you'll be able to go, oh, okay, so this is what the brothers at Seven Hill Star was talking about with the how. You know what I mean? And if Malika, joins us too, or you guys see us Tuesdays and Thursdays on Malika's platform for Friends in Law, right, at the Jurisprudence Gym, you guys will be able to make that connection. However, let's do our invocation out, guys. That invocation out is clearly our Moorish American prayer, right? Our invocation out is termed the Moorish American prayer. And what I'm going to do here is bring it on in right there and go back to where it is within the Moorish Holy Temple of Science Administrative Function, page 48, right? And I'm just going to zoom in there a little bit. And if you guys can see me when I extend all 5 appendages on the left hand, just the index in the middle and the right, we're going to face east physically, directional east, which is symbolic metaphysically of going within, because east means within. 5 on the left, 2 on the right, our feet on a 45, just like Prophet Ali's there. You can repeat after me either aloud or in your heart. Islam.
Islam.
Islam. Allah, the Father of the universe.
Allah, the Father of the universe.
Father of love.
Father of love.
Truth.
Truth.
Peace.
Peace.
Freedom.
Freedom.
And justice.
And justice.
Allah is my protector.
Allah is my protector.
My guide.
My guide.
And my salvation.
And my salvation.
By night.
By night.
And by day.
And by day.
Through his holy prophet.
Through his holy prophet.
Noble Drew Ali.
Noble Drew Ali.
Ameen. We thank you all so much for joining us, guys. We'll see you Sunday with the AstroCivics Sunday with I and Brother R. Bey. We can't wait to see you guys. So go and do your homework, go and do your studies. Enjoy this holy degree, you all. We know the next day is Saturn Day, Iloa, Kasiel. So make sure you enjoy yourselves then also. So with that being said, guys, we love you all. And catch up on your studies, all righty? Namaste, 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 y'all. Islam, Islam, Islam. Peace and love.
Love.